Hello, welcome. And today we'll learn about one more scenario with the CKS certification killer coda scenario page. Here I will choose immutability read-only file system. Create workload with read-only root file systems. When read-only root file system equal to true, so immutability read-only file system. So when you map read-only file system to the CKS curriculum, it falls under a very specific bucket and it belongs to minimize microservice in vulnerability. So I'll go to the Linux Foundation page. Here you will see minimize microservice vulnerability and weightage is about 20%. So it's a good thing. So this domain deals with the hardening of the workload resources. Anything you do inside the pod spec to reduce the attacking surface, like dropping capabilities, disabling privilege, escalation, setting read-only file system, non-root users lives there. So security is security is always reducing the attacking surface. Look, the attacking surface is more, so you are more vulnerable to the risk. When attacking surface is less, you are less vulnerable to the risks. So in CKS, it's like a final destination, means reducing the possibilities of the death. But so this domain is all about the tightening the security of the application running inside the cluster. Whenever you adjust setting directly in the pod spec to shrink the attacking surface, these things like using a non-root user, turning off the privilege escalations, or making a root file system read-only. But there is a question: why do we make the root file system read-only? Okay, we are doing it, but why? So a writable pod file system, writable root file system lets attacker drop a file. So it prevent any attacker drop a file, modify binaries, or plant any tool inside the container. A read-only file system blocks this. It forces the container to behave like a sealed container. Even if someone get inside the cell, they can't change anything on the disk. It reduces persistence, malware installation, tampering, accidental writes. So think of running the application inside a locked box where the code and binaries cannot be altered. So whatever things are there, they are like same. We cannot edit anything. So every advantage comes with a certain disadvantage. So limitation is straightforward. The container cannot write anything inside the root file system. No writing, no temp unless you mount a writable mtdr. No logs written on the local files inside the container. No config file generate at runtime. Any app that expect or create will fail. So package manager, which is very important, or shell script that try to write will fail. In short, the application expect even a small write operation, it breaks. So yes, this advantage means these things can be avoided by the provisioning of certain things like if I will provision mtdir or a persistent storage if needed. So but it is secure. So the tension between the more secure and the less flexible is exactly why we use, because if it is more secure, then it could be less flexible. So we have to decide up to what extent we want to make it secure and make it more flexible. So here the scenario, create a file system with a read-only file system. So here all the things is already given. So here the namespace is sun and pod name is poro. So here is the file. So I here press I control L and I'll copy this because actually this is not available with you in examination. But here is given, so I'm taking advantage of the solution here. So it is a simple command. K namespace means it's a creating a pod with the image of tag 32 and it's taking the YAML file output and is giving 1D, means command is 1D and pod YAML file. So if I press, so that file is created, I'll cat that file, so you will know that this is exactly pod file. But we are not able to find this option, read only file system, so we need to get it. But here it is already given, so we are able to identify these things is here in security context. But if you are not, then how you can do? So you can search a reference. So in reference, you have to go to the API reference and you can go to the workload resources, and whatever workload resources is there, you can find in the spec section. So here the spec section is there. Okay, so here the pod spec section is there. So here containers are there. So you will see many things. So I'm control F and file. There are many security contexts. So I'll just copy this read only file system. So here it is in security context read only file system, and this is in the, if you'll see this here in the content inside the container. So there is a command kubectl explain pod. So you will see most of the things, but it is very descriptive. So I want in a few lines. So what you will do, you will just write awk, and here a pattern. This is the start of the line, and to and a hyphen z, a hyphen z. This you will not find anywhere, because it is my necessity and I have discovered with the, so here you will find this in a very short descriptive. So most of the thing is in spec section, so just fire spec section here, pod.spec, and then container might be it's a yes. So here you will see security context. So here is the security context. Just copy this security context, and so here you will find read only file system, and that's value is boolean. So security context and this one. So I need to vi pod yaml file. I need to edit this, and so I will just go to the mode and I'll copy this security context, or you have to write there and save. I am not finding any error because I am little bit experienced in this things, but you should identify the indentation. So here the indentation is 2. So here also the indentation is 2. Okay. So k apply hyphen f pod yaml. So k hyphen n namespace is sun, and then get pods. So one pod is running hyphen o white. So it's good. So I'll check its validation is successful, and the same next scenario is open with the file fix existing nginx deployment to work with the read-only file system. So here one more things is given. The deployment web app web 4.0 in a namespace moon doesn't seems to work with the read-only file system. So I already explained you, because most of the things if here you are seeing that it is 0. So a get pods, so crash loopback error. So you can see the logs. So here it is what's check the logs and YAML need to be writable. So found two pod using this and can't create this log. So we have already discussed, when the root file system is root, we cannot able to write logs, no log written in the local files inside the, no config file generated. Any app that expect to create files will fail, and package manager will also not work. Our shell script will not work. So this is the drawbacks. So we need to provision that mtdir volume, or whatever the persistent volume. So here the mtdir volume, add mtdir volume is the fix is already given. Otherwise there might be many fixes. So we need to create mtdir. We have already learned in a CKA course. So I need to first volume mount. So first, if you are doing anything in examination, so please take a backup of it, and will take a 2 backups. So what I will do, I'll k hyphen n moon get deployment, and deployment name is web app.4 hyphen o yaml, and then I'll get that in backup question number, or I will write backup just be hyphen and write this like, so that it is tab is easily usable. Get edit and deployment web. So I'll go to the spec section of the container. So inside the container there should be the volume mounts, and outside the container there should be volumes. So I'll copy this volume mounts and paste it. So outside the container, so I'll paste it here, volumes. So you can cross verify. Means if it is outside the container, then it will be in that this row, this line, this column. And for inside the container, you will see here inside the container. So wq, if I had done everything right, then it will save changes. Otherwise, save will be in the temporary directory, and you can modify that and you can apply that also. So wq. So I think I had not done any mistake. So k roll out k hyphen and moon roll out status deployment, and then so now I'll k hyphen and moon get pods. whether we have done any mistake. So no, we had not done any mistake. The validation is successful. So this scenario is done. So thank you so much for your love and support. So in areas, if you go to the CKS certifications, you will see this YouTube video link, which is very good. Another thing, we already created a few scenarios. So if you go to the areas and you Neo-lab. So there are many already created. Means this is also with a 16 question practice, but this is removed because of certain issues. But this is I'm going to create more for practice. So there are few scenarios you can practice with it, and I'm adding few more, few or many more. But timing, this file is available with you, so you can practice it. And CKS is not tough, but it's about mostly the setting should be on or off. So it's just ask you want to do that. If this is the risk, you won't do that. This is the risk. Okay. So whatever the risk are there, we are only making it right or wrong. So much practice is needed for these things. So thank you so much once again, and we'll meet in a next topic. I'm trying to get more videos, but because of certain time limits, I'm not able to edit properly or add animation and add some video or add my face also, because syncing and all this stuff take and I do have a little laggy laptop. Means it's a good laptop, but nowadays it becomes a little laggy.